Welcome back to the Fifth Wheel Podcast. I'm Hannah,
Sydney!
and oh my God, we're back.
Guess who's back?
Back
Back again.
again.
It's us. It's us. We're back, and we know you missed us. Say yes, even if it's not true.
We're gonna pretend that you said yes, even
Yeah,
though
yeah. I'm hearing the crowd is deafening right now. They've missed Fifth Wheel and their favorite Sydney and Hannah just yapping about F1 and not F1 and whatever the hell decides to come to our brains in these episodes. You know, if you've been with us this far, we're glad you're here. And thank you
welcome back.
Welcome back. We're back.
And if you are new here, welcome. We are going to start off by not talking about F1 for just a few minutes because it's been I don't know, like 3 months since we have had
Hasn't it been
a
like
podcast
wasn't it like 91 days?
Did you count?
No. But I saw someone else say 91 days, like between like the end of the F1 season and now.
Okay. Well, that adds up. Probably.
Wait, what? No, I did not do math. I don't do math outside of my job.
If you're new here, Sydney does not do math, and we have many historical incidents of Sydney trying and failing to do math.
And it's really ironic because I say there's a lot of math required in my job. There is. It's just kind of run in the background now, but I had to take a frick ton of math in college. But like the last couple calculus classes were my worst grades in college. That doesn't matter.
She's an engineer.
You didn't join this to hear me talk about calculus?
What? I want to go into derivatives.
I don't even think I could do a derivative right now if you asked me to.
I probably couldn't either, so it's probably best we move on then.
Yes. But anyways, we're back.
Your two favorites are back. So excited. So, what has happened since we talked last? A few things. One for me, y'all remember how when we started this podcast, it was because I was unemployed and I was just like, with my thoughts and stuff. And I was like, man, we should just start a podcast. Well, great news. I'm unemployed again. But this time it was for a good reason and not because of an unexpected something that happened.
Yeah, Hannah's job sucked.
It sucked real bad. And I'm really glad to be out of it now. And because of that, I have been doing more photography. We talked a little bit about this towards the end of last season when it was kind of like a pipe dream. And now I am kind of doing an unpaid position with a motorsports publication called The Podium Finish. Y'all should check them out. They're very good.
I followed them on Instagram.
Go film on Instagram. All their Instagram pictures are like, at least their posts I made. The pictures are not mine. I take them from our website. But I'm going to a few events this spring. I'm going to IndyCar. I might be credentialed for that, might not. We're going to find out soon. And then GT World America at COTA in April. I will be credentialed for that. So.
And if y'all didn't see, I mean, we made a whole post of Hannah's pictures that she took when we were at the Grand Prix in Austin last year. And I mean, like, be so for real. Like, I mean, you could see the blades of grass on Oscar Piastri's car. I could see Carlos Sainz. Like, this girl, she has the audacity to send me a chunk of pictures last night. And she was like, "Are these good? Do they look?" And I was like, "Hannah," I said,
"It was
no.
It was the edit.
No. Yourself because and you're good at what you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just scratching my nose.
And she's starting to get to do. Her and Parker bought a house. Who bought a house on F1 winter break? Not Charles Leclerc. He just got freaking married.
No, literally like 3 days ago, which is
crazy. Crazy.
Insane. Yeah, but this is my new background. It looks almost the same as the old one. I'm just in a new location. You know that John Mulaney bit about you ain't getting me to no secondary location? That's how I feel all the time now when I'm on camera here. So.
Right. But anyways, yeah, no, it was a fun time. I went to San Antonio and surprised Hannah and Parker. Pulled off the biggest successful surprise of my life. It was so fun. Like,
it was so good, guys. So I we have a housewarming party naturally because I love to entertain, and that's why I'm here, obviously. But I have a housewarming party. I send Sydney the invite to it, and I literally tell her like, I know you can't make it. You live like 9 hours away, or however long it is now, and like, it just feels wrong not to invite you. Here's the invite, and she's like, oh, thank you. And as I was getting ready, like literally like the day or so before, I texted her. I said, "Man, it feels really wrong to be prepping for a party that you're not coming to." And you were like, "Oh, I know, I'm so sad, but it'll be fun." Meanwhile, she had turned off her location and was at the airport.
She didn't
Um,
notice. This girl, she tried so hard to ruin this surprise for herself. Like texting me. I am actively, no, no, no. I am actively like boarding this airplane or about to. She was like, "Hey, I'm walking home. Can I call you?" And I'm like, "Son of a bitch, Hannah, no." Which she doesn't know I'm at the airport. But you know, when you're on the phone in the airport, telling you the
you
overcom
know it's the airport.
are the loudest things ever. And so I was like, no, sorry, I'm at trivia with Maddie and Walter. I can't talk right now. And then because I'm like, she's on to me. She's gonna deduce that I'm lying. And I was like, Maddie, if Hannah asks you, we were at trivia tonight. She goes, cool. What was the theme? And I was like, we don't have to go that in depth, but I like where you're at. And it was, I mean, like, I mean, patting myself on the back for that one because it was phenomenal. We had
Yeah.
ourselves a fun little, winter break.
Well, wait. Also, so she gets on the plane, she gets here, and she had been in cahoots with my friend Ashley. I say my friend, she's our friend. I love when my friends become friends. She was in cahoots with our friend Ashley about it, who came for it. And at one point, I assumed that my friend Nellie had showed up because she was the only one that hadn't arrived yet. And Ashley, Ashley goes, like I see her walking away from the front door like back into the house. She goes, Hannah, there's someone at the door. And in my head, I was like, just let them in. What the fuck? Like whatever.
No,
I
literally.
was like mid stirring food. I was like in panic mode. I was like, Parker, cover the food. And I think in the video that Sydney took, you can hear me saying like, no, like just like keep it on low or something like that. Like I'm literally talking about the food, and I'm pulling open the door and I'm looking over at Parker, and then I turn, and like you can see in slow motion the gears turning in my head where I'm
It was
like, wait a minute. I
phenomenal.
recognize this person. This person's not supposed to be here, but I did invite this person, but she wouldn't normally be here because she lives really far away, but she's here right now, which means that if she's here right now, that she traveled all this way to surprise me. And if she's surprising me right now, then that's a really big deal because it's really sweet of her and she's my best friend. And also, I haven't seen her in a while. And also, I don't know if Parker knows about this either. And also, that means that Ashley didn't be rude to my guests and she really was just part of the surprise. Oh my God, Sydney's here. And then I started sobbing.
And this all happens in the span of like 2 seconds, and I literally watched all of these thoughts form, and then she started crying, and I was like, yes. You know, I don't
Genuinely, like,
actively root for my friends to cry, but in that moment, I was like, she's gonna cry, and it's gonna be awesome.
I cry whenever people do nice things for me. And so if you do something nice for me and I cry, you can consider that a win.
Yeah. So you know, we had ourselves a good little weekend. I mean, honestly, the only thing that could have made that weekend better is if there had been an F1 race, but we were, in the midst of the F1 drought.
Yeah.
But speaking of, drought's over. We got some things to talk about. I mean, where to begin?
You know what I would like to start with?
Yes.
The love lives of certain people. We already mentioned that Charles got married. We can start there if you'd like.
I let's have that. You know that trend of where it's like, ah, I'm Charles Leclerc. I'm an F1 driver and make millions of dollars a year. I'm dating this super cool, awesome, just phenomenal human, and we have this cute ass dog together, and we just got married. And it's like, boy, fuck you.
No, literally, it's like fuck you, man. It's like, hey, you know how I'm already more successful than you in like every aspect of life? What if I
Let
made
me
it
just
even worse?
let me just stoke the fire.
Let me just stoke the fire. Their pictures, oh my God, like those are first of all, insane. And then they definitely had like multiple videographers. It was a whole thing. Leo was in his own little tux.
God, it's so
I did
cute.
see so many posts that were like, white people are so serious about their dogs, man. And I was like, yeah,
This one, yes.
yeah, seriously. It was so beautiful from what like I saw of it. She looked stunning. Um, I mean, there's really
And
not much to say.
mind you, this was just like the civil ceremony. Like this was
Yes.
just the legal part of them getting married. They're doing a whole ass thing. It sounds like next year. And I'm like, this was just the like, oh, we're like actually married. You mean, and like in her dress, I don't think I have ever seen someone look like a dress was literally made for them. It
This,
was
you're telling me that this was all
infuriating.
just for the tax write-off? Like,
Yes.
genuinely, this was just for the
Yes.
tax write-off. They're gonna have the real shebang later.
It's insane.
Well, I mean, things are going great with them, and it kind of took away from the other horrors of that morning. You know, I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, they're married. And then I scroll on my page, and it's like, war. And I was like,
You
okay,
know,
sure. It distracted from the horrors for a little bit.
it
Um,
really did.
it
It
did.
really
And
did.
you know what else it distracted from? Someone else's love life. There's another man in the Formula One paddock, or I guess on the grid. And he has made some interesting dating decisions. If you are involved even a little bit in Formula One, you already know what I'm about to say here. If you're not, prepare to be amazed. Lewis Hamilton, Sir Lewis Hamilton, the knight, is dating, drumroll, Kim Kardashian.
I like it feels like a bit,
It does.
you know?
It feels like a
And it just
bit.
like I keep waiting for like the cameras to come out and just be like, ha 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 ha, gotcha. And it just like I just,
I literally.
you know, if I'm Lewis Hamilton and could date whoever the heck I want to, you know, maybe they finally both have worked through. I don't know. I can't pretend to know the thought process, but it's just like that one. And the thing is, I think the thing that really gets me is it's like she's gonna be in the paddock, isn't she?
Yes. Oh God.
In some obnoxious like custom Ferrari thing that and it's just like and I'm like, you know what? It's not the first time we'll see celebrities in the paddock. It's not the last time. But it just said for some reason this one just feels it feels like a bit. And
It
maybe
feels
that's
like a bit. And
I don't
also
know.
like another thing, they like maybe yesterday there was like some paparazzi photos taken of them while they were like on a hike in Arizona or something, and he's like, first of all, he's soft launching her. Like they're both being like teenagers about it. They both posted separate pictures on their stories of like the sunset, but like in different locations. As if like we don't know what the fuck is going on. They were at the Super Bowl together yapping it up like me and Sydney would. And then on top of that, something that made me laugh is in those paparazzi photos of them like getting out of the car or whatever in Arizona, Lewis was still doing like the pose that he always does. Like as he was walking, he did the
Yeah,
like the,
he
the
hit the
tummy
like the
ache pose that
stomach.
he does. That's like his signature is the tummy ache. I don't know what it is. Maybe he just has IBS. And if
No
he does,
ideas.
go
Yeah, I
off.
mean, what a I mean, we got like the civil royal wedding. Didn't am I making this up? Didn't Alex and Lily get engaged?
Yeah, I think they did.
I think they
They
did. And the
did.
thing
I
is,
think they
I
did.
remember thinking that's a big no, no, no. They so did. They so
They
did.
did. I can't believe I forgot.
No, I can't believe I forgot either. This is like,
I love
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh, you're telling me you don't have, yeah, yes. Can confirm. Alex and Lily got engaged.
Yeah.
And honestly, like some of my favorite, like so when Shelby and I and our friend Tiffany, when we met Alex Albon at the Home Depot in Pflugerville, the first year that we went to the Austin GP, Lily was there, and like we had like a brief little, it's like, oh hey, how are you? And I don't think they had been dating for super long, but I'm like, it just, my little parasocial relationship with Alex and Lily, and I'm like,
Oh my god, I
I
know
miss
them
her.
so well. Like, love
And I'm
them.
like,
I am happy for them.
yeah, I'm excited for them. I'm like, now we just need, I guess, George and Carmen to get engaged. I'm surprised
Yes,
that
or
one hasn't
Oscar and
happened yet.
Lily. Oscar and Lily are still pretty young, though. I
Yeah.
mean, well, also they're only a few years younger than Charles, so I don't know.
Well, Charles,
And
yeah, well,
George is
meh.
younger than Charles, but only by like a year. George is my age, and Charles is like Parker's age, which is like 1 year difference, but whatever. Um, but there was speaking of just like good things like that, there was a lot of fantastic content that came from Drive to Survive season 8. One of them, I sent it in our
Boy.
group chat, and Parker was like, I don't think this is real. It was real, can confirm, saw it today. Um, it's about our lovely George Russell, the queen he is. He's like, yeah, me and Carmen, they do have some life updates. They're making skincare brands, and that's really
Hmm.
exciting for them. And he's like putting it on his face, and he's like, yeah, this is batch number 2. The first, he didn't even say that. He's like, we're working on a skincare brand. It's going really well. The first batch smelled like semen, but this is batch
Well,
number 2.
he implied that the first batch was not great, but still, it just was one of those. I'm like, George, I'm like, the
No,
filter.
word for word. That's what he
It
said.
just
Yeah.
was, it was rather funny.
I love
Um,
him.
I'll say one of the things that made me the happiest about this season. You want to know who wasn't on my screen? Danica Patrick.
Oh my god, you're so right. She wasn't. I didn't even notice. No wonder I thought it was such a good season.
Right? I don't have someone telling me that as a racing driver, your tools are your hands and your feet.
You
Like
know who was on it 4 times?
Nico
Our
Rosberg.
bestie. No, but our bestie Tommy.
Yes, yes.
Matt
I
and
felt
Tommy were
like
in it.
again, like my parasocial relationship with Matt and Tommy ever since we met them outside of the porta potties
Porta
at Kona.
potties.
Still can't believe that happened. Don't think
No,
I'll ever
literally.
fully comprehend that that actually did take place. Yeah, they featured like different little videos of like some people's takes on certain events that happen. It was really cool. I was like, I felt like a proud parent, but I'm
I
like,
know. I know Matt was in it a couple times, like it was a clip of both of them, but for the most part, there was just like there were 4 separate clips
yeah,
of Tommy himself, and I was like, okay, Tommy, okay,
I know.
okay, bestie. I
I
have a
mean,
fun little
it.
game I would like us to play. Oh, sorry, go ahead. What was that?
Oh no, I'm intrigued.
I have a fun little game, and
Okay.
it's a game called I don't even know what to call it. I guess that Grand Prix, but it's only one question. And so what we're gonna do, and this is my favorite moment of the entire new season. There is a part of the season where, or a part of like the new Drive to Survive, and Charles is talking about this certain race, and he says word for word, "This was our best race of the season," and I want you have there
It's the
just
Lego race in Miami.
you were correct.
I know. You want to know why? Because I have literally word for word Charles saying the Lego race was Ferrari's best race all season.
Yo, yeah, and he sounded so serious about it when I was watching Drive to Survive. Like he literally said it like he was dead serious, and he kind of chuckled after, but
He
like
giggled at
he
himself
sounded,
because he knew it was funny, but it was
but
all
he
the
also knew it
thing
was
is,
true.
it was so fucking true.
It was like I literally wrote down. I was like, we have to talk about this. It's so funny. Oh my gosh.
No, yeah, reliving the horrors of just whew, man, that was rough. And
Yeah.
I was like, it just like brought the SF-25 out of the dumpster, and I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm like, put it
Put it
back,
back.
put it back, put
Put
it
it
back,
back.
put it back. I mean,
Oh
it was one
gosh.
of those like, I mean, he's right. The Lego race was our best race all season. Whew. But it was like it's DTS. There's always going to be things that they leave out. I was personally really upset that they left out the Isaac podium.
I was too. Sorry, I'm choking because I'm like that
No,
flabbergasted.
I mean,
Um,
it's just like that's a big deal. Like, like obviously I get why we talked about Kimmy's a couple of podiums because it's like, he's replaced Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes. There was the whole kind of second place fight with Mercedes and Ferrari. And then obviously, like if we had not had that bit on Nico finally getting his podium, I might have like torch and pitchforked it up to Netflix. But
I
like,
cried
oh,
again.
it was
Like
so
seeing
much
it,
fun to relive. Like everybody liked that.
it was
Again, it was the
better.
name of
It
our
was
episode. Everybody still likes that. Like, but it just was one of I wanted to, we show at the end of the season that Isaac is now going to race in that second seat with Red Bull, but I'm like, we definitely had time. We definitely
we
had
had
time
time.
to mention Isaac getting the podium and that being honestly part of why he got that job.
We
Um
had 30 seconds to spare, like at
for
least.
real. For real. I didn't need Zach Brown making a weird ass toast at dinner, but obviously
Oh
that's
my
just Zach Brown.
god.
The thing is though, like I want to be annoyed, but then I just remember who it is, and then he just does something that I'm just like, because I don't think one ever forgets that Zach Brown is American. But then, like watching him celebrate Lando's world championship, I was like, "Yep, that man is American."
That man is American for
But like, I
sure.
will say the part because I had like 14 minutes left of that last episode, and I really did like how Netflix captured those last couple of laps for Lando and like of like him he was like no like I legit started having flashbacks like and then they showed like the little Lando Norris clips and it just that part of like I got a little teary-eyed and it just
Yeah. Well,
I'm like Netflix had kind of tried to portray him a certain way that season and like I we talked a little bit about this yesterday and to me, it felt very much of them almost trying to frame it in the way that they tried to frame Max those first couple of seasons, which
yeah.
it's like, there's everybody's always going to have an opinion, whatever. But I'll say, I really did enjoy watching those last couple of episodes.
Mhm.
I do want to get your thoughts because I think we're going to think very similar on this. Um, I am mad, not really mad, but a little. Netflix tried to make us feel bad for Christian Horner. And if there's
Oh my
one thing
god.
that's never going to happen, it's me feel bad about Christian Horner being fired.
Well, also, like, here's
Because,
what's so
huh?
funny. Here's what's so funny. In that episode, they build it all up to being performance issues. And I'm like, are we just gonna forget the whole, like, sexual harassment thing?
Yeah, that y'all spent like a
Like,
whole episode covering at the beginning of last season of DTS.
right. And so, one thing, if anything, actually, that this season made me even more sure of was my hatred for him and for both Horner and Flavio because I knew when they cut Jack Doohan after 2 races that that was fucked up or however many, not very many, not enough. And then also 2 races for Liam, also horrible. But the thing is, here's another thing. I didn't love Liam. I didn't hate him, and I didn't think he deserved that. But like,
Yeah,
it honestly like refueled the fire because they made him do the like. They're like, okay, are we gonna do the shirt change like on camera? And he like genuinely, I've never loved his attitude that much. Like
felt really bad for him.
I felt so I was like he did not deserve that shit. He did not
No.
deserve that.
And neither did Jack.
And
And I don't know if this is true. I should have gone back and actually like fact check this. Supposedly, Flavio is Jack's like manager.
huh?
Like I don't know if that's true or not. Of like like how Mark Webber is Oscar's manager, like not really
Yeah.
agent because like you don't really have an agent. I mean, you kind of do. Whatever. But supposedly Flavio
Mentor.
is that for Jack. I
I
don't
sure
know if
hope
that's
not.
true or not, but I'm like, how fucked up would that be?
That would be super fucked up for many reasons.
And the
One,
thing is, the other thing, I have never been less surprised to see that many pictures, like of someone have that many pictures of themselves and different variations of themselves hung up in
at
their
their
own
house.
house.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, this is very eccentric and very him. Well, you know what's so funny, but also not funny. This is not funny at all. I'm not surprised at all that Mr. Flavio has been, I'm not going to say the name or anything, but there's been some lists that have come out recently. Maybe not in full, but full enough that we definitely have his name and Lawrence Stroll's name. And so I actually
Yeah.
was going to say, I do want to give Lance Stroll a loose apology here. He might be one of the better people in that family.
The,
Um,
the thing is, though, I don't think we could be totally surprised by that. For someone
no,
who is as like terrifying as their father is, I feel like Lance and Chloe Stroll are surprisingly normal.
No, I was literally thinking, I was like, man, y'all are like so chill, like compared
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
yeah. So I oh, so yeah, that was a huge part of winter break. And then on top of that, with Christian Horner, more shitty team principals here that we're talking about. He is also in talks to be going to Alpine for some reason or another. And I'm like, we just got him out of here. This isn't like Checo, who's like, okay, yeah, maybe his performance wasn't great, but like it's Checo. He's a driver. No, this is Christian Horner. This man has sexually harassed women. I say allegedly. I'm not. I have to say allegedly for legal purposes. I don't feel alleged about it. We
Yeah, I
like,
don't feel alleged about nothing.
I don't feel alleged about that. We investigated ourselves and found ourselves not guilty. Wah wah
Yeah,
wah.
that's some
That's some bullshit. Oh wait, I remember last year we talked about this might be taken to like actual court this year. It's the year of our Lord 2026. That should be happening, right?
Oh, I kind of forgot about
Actually, I
that.
hope so. I'll tune into it like the Karen Reed trial. I'm gonna be watching it live and I'm gonna be like,
I
hang
mean,
him. Not actually. Don't do that. I do not wish death upon anyone. I'll be like, embarrass him, publicly humiliate him.
good save, good
Thank
save.
you. That was really smooth, right?
Um, yeah, no, it's been DTS was it was also why'd we only get 8 episodes? I know y'all damn sure had the content for 10.
I feel like there was so much more that they like left out, especially when it came to like drama
And
between
my
certain
thing is,
people.
if we can get 10 honestly solid episodes out of a season in which Max won all, but well, or Red Bull won all but one race in a season, and Max won basically all of them, what's your excuse, Netflix?
There's no this was
I
arguably
know you
one of
had
the
the
most
content for it.
right. This was arguably one of the most exciting seasons that we've had in a long time. And not that the other ones were not exciting, they were, but it was all like race for second place and this was like just absolute chaos. So,
Yeah, like I could have like
no
let's
excuse.
talk more about how Max truly did have an insane comeback. Like dive more into the papaya rules and like the shit show that was. Like hey,
They
swap
left so much
positions.
out. They
Like
left that
there was
out.
just and it's like the thing is I know that is I suppose the curse of watching DTS from a you've watched every race standpoint, but it's just I think knowing what happens, I just there was enough left out that it did leave me wishing we did get those 2 additional episodes.
I would totally agree that there was so much that they left out, but also it's DTS. They always disappoint us in some way or shape or form. Not
Yeah,
that we didn't love it, not that it's not fantastic, but
I'm
they
still gonna
always
watch
leave
it
out
every year.
something. I
I'm
mean,
still gonna watch.
last year they left out the George like in he'll fit lash
He
out in
lashes out.
unnecessary violence. Like they left
Now,
all of
I
that
will
out last
say,
season.
to Drive to Survive's defense, there was so much to talk about the 2024 season because you had what like 8 different race winners. You had like the new constructor, the like champion all sort of fight. Like it was insane. So
They
like
could
things were gonna get left out of last year, but
that might have been one like this is why I was mad about Netflix loves to play up the drama even when it's not really there. That was like some very
actual drama.
real, insanely tangible drama that apparently like we got clips in recordings that Netflix got that we didn't like get in
Yeah,
real life and so we're like, where are those? Put them in.
yeah.
Show me the director's cut. Give me the blooper reel. Like I
Give me,
want to
give
see
me,
it.
give me the blooper reel, extended director's cut with commentary. Give it all.
Give me every ounce of footage that you have of anything ever, and I will
I
sit
mean,
there and I'll watch it and I'll take it happily.
but whatever. I still liked it. I can't pretend that I didn't. Um,
No, I loved it.
but okay. Liveries. There are some interesting ones.
Yeah.
I think we're both in agreement on this one. Red Bull might have the prettiest livery that I've seen in a really long time.
It's so
Oh my God.
colorful. It's so
Like,
colorful.
because the last like 8 years has been, that's the exact same Red Bull as last year. Oh, wait, no, that
Hmm.
strip of yellow is half an inch wider. No, no, no. Like, they threw it back to like early Red Bull. Like, it just, the bright blue, the bright red, like, that car, I will somewhat begrudgingly admit, is beautiful.
It is beautiful. Well, I mean, also like side note, now that Christian Horner is not the leader of that organization and Helmut Marko's gone too, I am very much like a Red Bull fan. Like I've always loved Max. I love Isaac. But I didn't ever outwardly necessarily support them because I didn't appreciate them as an organization. And now I'm like, okay, I can root for them now and not feel any remorse about it. And also their
That's
car is
fair.
really pretty and colorful. Mercedes looks
Fair. I don't know
exactly
that
the
I'll
same.
still I don't know that I'll actively root for, but it's one of like I just the Ferrari fan and Williams fan in me. Like those are my guys.
Yeah.
But but I do know what you mean. I did like Williams how they have like the different blues. Like they brought in like big chunks of that lighter blue that they have. Um, I will admit had so much more hope for Audi and Cadillac. Cadillac in
I did
particular.
too.
I
I'm getting
I do like the Cadillac how it's like the split colors, but it's just like
hmm
my thing is I'm like make it yellow or make it gold.
Yeah,
Like your Cadillac like you have more colors to work with than black and white.
I
And then
agree.
Audi, it just I'm like I get that you don't want to be red necessarily like Ferrari, but it's just like
It's kind of
it just
McLaren.
yeah.
It's
It
giving
just I
McLaren.
don't like it felt very here is a chunk of red. Here is a chunk of black. And then here's silver. And it just I do like that Alpine leaned more into the pink. Um Maybe
But
one
just
day we'll get a full
barely.
pink car.
I mean, literally, I mean, like, I was gonna say most of the other cars look like the same exact car. Like Aston Martin, especially, like, I do not see a single difference.
No, yeah, their
You
car
couldn't
looks
pay me to find
the
one.
damn same.
Um,
Um
McLaren, same thing.
I saw
Mm,
a picture of the old like I was like I genuinely cannot tell if this is the old one or the new one.
huh, yep.
Um,
Williams
I
looks
do
good. I
like
like
the
the strip of
Williams.
light blue.
I will be sad the day if they ever get rid of the Duracell battery air intake because
It's so
it's
good.
the best feature on a car. It'll be so
Haas
for
looks
real.
good.
Yeah.
The colors are the same, but the design is a lot more like sleek, which is cool.
Yes. It
Ferrari,
I I think I like it.
I don't know.
But I
I
don't,
don't.
I like it more than last year's because I think the white of last year was just like it was just there and now it at least into like the cockpit of the car I feel like the white kind of blends not really blends in because it's the white and the red but it
Yeah,
looks a little more cohesive
it does.
but
I will say though, also I feel like, and don't get me wrong, I think like color and brightness is really fun, but Ferrari is known for luxury, and this does not feel luxury. You know what I mean?
I
Like
could see where you get that. Yeah.
it feels very like 7-Eleven, I guess. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like not maybe not
Sure.
7-Eleven. I mean it's giving Shell. Like their one of their sponsors is giving Shell to me. And I'm
I
like,
mean,
I
they are
want
sponsored by Shell.
I know. And I don't know. I know that with Lewis's yellow helmet in there it's gonna look like an egg, like a sunny side up egg. Um
I'm mad about it, honestly.
I'm not, but whatever. V carb also looks exactly the same to me for the most part. I think there's a little more white this year, but I don't know. And then yeah, Mercedes exactly the same. Red Bull
The
is
Red Bull,
fantastic.
though,
I think they're the
that
winner
car's
here.
pretty.
It's so pretty. I love
I'm
the
so
blue.
annoyed at how pretty that car is.
It's just gorgeous. I mean, like look at
Ugh.
that.
And then the Ford logo honestly looks really, really good on.
It does. Ugh. And oh my gosh, we didn't even talk about the new number for Max.
Oh, it's the fact that like Daniel Ricciardo had to say yes for Max to race under 3 instead of going back to 33.
And he did.
And he did. And I don't think I will ever be chill about that. Like,
No,
I mean, I've talked about it before. I mean, Daniel Ricciardo, I mean, and granted, because of those first, couple of seasons of Drive to Survive, like, I genuinely associate Daniel Ricciardo with, I saw that man smile and I was like, yup, this is going to be a problem for me. And this is minutes, if minutes, into episode 1 of Drive to Survive. And it just, I just had such, like, if we want to talk about parasocial relationships, I'm like, me and Daniel Ricciardo. I'm like, my close personal friend, Daniel Ricciardo. And it just, having been, I think that's going to be one of the things that will be, it has been hard for me as a fan to get over. And I think hard for a lot of fans to get over, and especially ones who have been in the sport and people who are still, like, close to just that whole situation. Daniel Ricciardo deserved better as far as an exit. He does, and so many of them do, but I just think Daniel Ricciardo in particular, because of what I think many associate him with in the growth of the sport in the US in particular, I'm like, it makes me sad. But I know he's happy, and he's living his best life. He kind of looks like Jason Mantzoukas, or who plays Adrian Pimento in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. When I don't know if you saw the pictures of Daniel Ricciardo with the beard. I'm like, twins.
Twins.
But it's just the fact that he, like, Max, like, I think they got dinner or something, did it over, and it just, I'm like, it's so cute. It's almost, it just feels like, hey, I'm going to ask you to dinner, but not to be, like, my boyfriend. I want to race under your number. And I'm just like,
it's really cute.
It is really cute. And I'm almost annoyed at how cute I think it is.
I know. Oh, should we also, speaking of Max, should we talk about preseason testing? And
yeah, why the hell not? Because I have so much hope and I hate it.
Oh, definitely. Well, I was gonna start with Max about his thoughts on the new car, but
no.
If we want to go ahead and jump into
testing.
Hope Core, let's jump into Hope Core first. Actually, I think because I think we need it. I have too much hope.
I know, as a Ferrari fan, hope, like, it is the Ted Lasso quote of, it's the hope that kills you. I mean, they give us an inch, we take a mile, because sometimes it's all that we have.
Yeah.
And Ferrari did really, really good at a lot of aspects of preseason testing. I'm still not convinced that this rear wing that just does like a full flip, I'm still not convinced that wasn't an accident.
Yeah, I did, in the words of President Snow, who is a taboo leader to say the least, what's the one thing scarier or more dangerous than fear? Hope. And that is what we have as Ferrari fans.
I mean, I have so much hope I hate it. Like, I
wrote here, all caps, by the way, hope for Ferrari, 3 question marks, Delulu time, 3 exclamation points.
No, for real, because we can talk about predictions, which I think predictions are gonna be, why even try to predict what's gonna happen, because none of us have any idea.
No,
but
never does
I literally, in the little desk calendar that I have, shout out Formula Fanatics, love your desk calendar. It's the 3rd year that I've had it. Big fan. It's the reason I know when races are. On their February every year, it's like, all right, put your top 3 driver predictions, your top 3 constructors predictions. Last year, the hope coming off of the 24 season, I was like, yeah, Ferrari's going to come out the gate. We're going to do great. That didn't happen. This year, I did not fill it out until last Friday because I was like,
I
I
also
have
wish I
no
would have
idea.
waited.
And
You should have waited.
I filled it out and I think I went Charles, George, and Oscar.
Honestly, that would be my top three. That like
And
at
I
least
wouldn't
like
be
in
mad
terms of
about, for
favorite.
some reason I feel like George is going to do really really good this year. That's my like random like weird take. It's not even that weird of a take. I just feel like George is going to do really well. And then teams, I think I did Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren. I don't, and the thing is, I don't even remember. But like at least as far as Charles, I'm like I'm nothing if not delusional.
Yeah, well,
My
Mercedes.
F1 fantasy team that has Charles on it, live, laugh, love, delusional.
Yep. Well, Mercedes. I mean, aside from Ferrari, Mercedes did really, really well in preseason testing, and so that's kind of
Yeah.
where I'm at with that. And also, I mean, if we're gonna jump right into predictions, here's what I have right here. I have Charles's year is the first one I said. Um,
God,
Max
I
will be
hope.
Max, and in parentheses, AKA a threat. I
Always.
put it's Oscar's revenge slash villain era, which I do think it is. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder
Yeah.
that he doesn't show because he doesn't show emotions ever. But if he were to show emotions, he would show that there's a chip on his shoulder and he's here to prove himself. And then I also put George. I put the Osama bin Russell slash Kimi Antonelli. What was it? Um, Taliban Tonelli, Kimi Taliban Tonelli, or
Yeah,
something
something
like
of
that.
that.
Like
Yeah, something like
the
that.
terrorists of Mercedes. I have a feeling they're going to just destroy everyone in their path this year, and I would love to see it. As
This
long as
is-
it's not
and
Charles.
like that's the thing, it's always, especially when you're kind of mid to the tail end of a regulation like just era, you kind of have an idea. Like even people sandbagging during testing, like you generally have an idea of like where things might shake up. There are going to be some surprises. Like Williams going ninth to fifth last year in constructors, that was a surprise. It was a
Crazy.
very great surprise, but a surprise nonetheless, considering they were like, we're focused on 2026.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, they
I
haven't had a
think this year
car.
in particular, I don't think anyone, teams included, have any idea what the hell is about to happen.
No, I don't either. Well, it's because of the new cars. The new cars are the
Yeah,
new regulations.
insane.
And I wanted to get to this with Max saying, I mean, everyone has had their complaints with the car, but for some reason, Max and Lando's comments got the spotlight because that's what they do because they're trying to drive up drama between people. But Max said that it is not fun to drive at all. He's called it Formula E on steroids and, quote, it's anti racing, is what he called the new regulations and stuff. And of course, Lando said to that if he wants to retire, he can retire. But also, he complained about the cars at another point too. So it's like, and whatever. Like everyone's gonna have their thing.
Hmm.
But the point of that is, these new cars. It's, I mean, like it's like you said. There's absolutely no way to tell what's gonna happen this year. We can predict all we want, but until we see all of them on the track together, it's like
And
we're not gonna know.
I don't even think after, I mean, granted, you never really know after the first race of a season, but I have none idea, none clue what's going to happen, and I am equally excited and terrified at that prospect. I saw this meme, and it's of Max, and it's like new F1 season, new me, and then like kind of like not blurred out, but just in like a dimmed of the font. It's like new F1 season, new me, mental issues.
Yeah. No,
And I'm like,
definitely.
yeah, basically. I mean, and
I
I don't
uh,
know. Like, oh, one of the things, did you see? So, supposedly, with the whole like starting procedure of these cars, like, we might like legit see cars stall out on the start line if they don't have like adequate warm up time. Um, did you see the video? So, supposedly, Ferrari, like, I guess either Fred or somebody was like, yeah, that's going to be an issue. We're going to do whatever we got to do to make sure that like our car's going to start. Um, and there's this video. And it's some like F1 kind of reporter, and he's like, yeah, he goes, the whole new starting procedure, something. And we've got Lewis Hamilton right here, and he's going to show us like this whole new start, or like the whole like warm up to the start thing. It legit, and this is like in real time. Lewis is there like idling for like 15-20 seconds and then goes, and the face that this man makes is just like it felt, and the thing is, it wasn't even trying to be funny, and I don't think it's a bad look on Ferrari. I think that's just, it was just comedic timing of the length of this pause. But it literally, it felt almost like a scene from The Office of like, yeah, watch this. Some moments later, and then the car goes.
Oh God,
I
I'm
can't believe you didn't
scared.
see that.
No, I didn't. That's gonna. Oh man, we
But
have
the
no
thing
idea
is,
what's gonna happen.
but
We
then
have
they
no
did a
idea.
practice start. Lewis started from like P7, and then granted, like not even half the cars were on the grid. He like zoomed the frick pat, and I was like, in a in a red car, red car, go fast, please.
Red car question mark go fast.
It just, it's one of those. I'm so mad that the Ferrari propaganda, like it worked. They got me, and
Did.
I have so much hope.
Well, I mean, another thing, like Williams didn't even have a car at first, and so like, what's a girl to do? Like, you know what I mean?
But it feels like where maybe they didn't have a car before testing, they have a car now. You want to know who's rumored to like legit just not have a car? Aston Martin.
Yes. Oh my God, I saw there's an
There,
AI video, and I hate AI videos, but it was funny. It was of Fernando Alonso just like running in his
yes,
race, his race suit.
there there are already rumors that like Aston is going to retire from the race. They're going to start, do a couple laps, and retire the car because they do not have the spare parts to run a whole race. Or like the like race, like they don't. And I'm not saying it'd be funny,
We're four
but
days from race day.
yeah,
First of all,
yeah.
that's insane. Yay. Second of all, we're 4 days from race day, and didn't you don't have the parts.
Yeah, it may not, I may not have the details exactly, but like the rumor is that they're gonna retire their cars.
And you know what? I guess we'll find out.
That's that's the thing. Is it's just this year more than anything, I have no idea.
No,
I have no,
there's no
but
way
we
to know
we
anything.
survived last season, so surely we'll be okay this one, right?
I'm marking this mentally to come back and take a clip of, just in case.
Surely we'll be okay, right?
Surely this year will be better than last year for Red Car, right?
Right? Surely we've gotten ourselves out of the trenches, right?
I do
I'm
fear
so
that we're gonna
scared.
have the. I feel like race one is gonna be we're back or we're so back, but we already know where it goes from there. We're over. It's over. It's so over. But then
Oh,
we're back to we're back and it's so back. So
I
I don't
mean,
know. Um.
the true never-ending cycle of being a Ferrari fan. I
Yeah.
mean, my coworker's hot take is that Alpine's going to be good this year.
Okay.
And I'm like, he messaged me when he goes, "You're gonna hate me for this." He goes, "But I think Alpine's gonna be good." And I said, "You better hope that you're wrong."
Yeah, for like honestly, I'm really excited to see how Cadillac does. We have
Yes,
two new drivers, one of which already has a penalty and the season hasn't started. So excited for Valtteri. That's going to be a blast. And I
that
actually
might
am I'm excited to see Checo go back on track. As much as like at the time I was like, get him out of there. He's not performing.
we
Um,
we
I
have
do miss
said it
him.
before, and we have made a public apology to Checo, but we were, I mean, in with the Red Bull propaganda and general public, like general just like just perception of Checo, and then you find out of like, oh no, he's still really good. Max is just so good that he made a bad car good. But it's gonna be one where I don't know that anyone really knows how Cadillac's gonna be. I don't think anyone is expecting them to be necessarily very good, which is
No.
kind of fair. Brand new team. It's not like Audi coming in to replace Sauber, where they're like, you're already a functioning team. But it's
But it gives them like honestly like a clean slate and no expectations. They can just kind of do
yeah,
whatever.
it's really interesting. It is gonna be. I already forget now that there are 11 teams on the grid and 22 cars. And someone, it was really unfortunate, but also really kind of true. Someone said it's going to be so weird with 11 teams on the grid. I fear I'm just going to forget Alpine even more than I already do.
Yeah, maybe low key. That's kind of how I am them. And well, I mean, it was Sauber and now it's Audi, but now because they're a new team, I'm probably not gonna forget them. I'm gonna be like, oh, a new rebrand. What are they doing?
Yeah. So it's
Uh,
one I'm like, it'll be interesting. I hope Cadillac does well. I always liked Valtteri. We're reformed former Checo haters.
yes. And you
um,
know who really I really am like just begging does well, and I'm hoping that he is set up for success, Isaac.
yes,
Because that
I.
kid is so talented. And if
Mhm.
the curse of the second Red Bull seat, like genuinely, I don't, I don't even know
If
what to say. Like,
anybody
I don't
can
know what I'll
break it,
do.
it's Isaac.
I would agree. I think he has the talent for it, at least like the
Mhm.
upcoming talent. He's still very new, but like I think if anyone or any driver will make people reflect on the curse of the second Red Bull seat, it will be Isaac because Liam and Yuki, everyone was debating whether each of them is even like deserving of it or if they're good enough for it. But everyone knows Isaac's really good and everyone knows Isaac
Yes.
has the potential and no one is really questioning him. So I'm just like, please protect my boy. That's my son.
No.
Do
I
not touch
am
him. Do not hurt
I am
him.
excited for that. I'm excited to see kind of what happens. Um it'll be really interesting. I hope Cadillac does well. Um, I know Parker's so excited that Cadillac's on the grid. We've
He is.
said it many times before. If, do I think Cadillac will come out and just dominate everything? Probably not. But no one, and I mean no one, can ever call Parker a Cadillac bandwagon fan.
No,
If
he's been dying for this
and
for like the past 3 years.
oh, I mean, talking about it when it was still just a rumor. Um,
Hmm.
it's still, I do love that that Valtteri has a 5 place grid penalty from
It's so
over a
funny.
season ago. It's so, and the thing is, that can't happen to anyone anymore. He was literally grandfathered into this penalty.
Yep. And you know what? We love him for it, and he'll take it on the chin, and he'll do what he does best, which is
Oh,
terrorize the track.
no, speaking of, I might need to go swap him out or swap him with someone that's on that team. So, one of the F1 fantasy teams I made is literally enemies of the FIA. And it's like Ollie Behrman, Carlos. I think I put um, George on there. Like I put Mercedes and I think Williams as the construct. Like it just the makeup of it was generally of people the FIA is like you are the FIA's worst enemy, and it's Ollie Behrman in a propeller hat. Um,
Yeah.
that one made me laugh.
That's funny. My team name, so we get three teams. I did Red Taylor's version again. That's my team name that I do every year, and it always is Ferrari based because red.
Yep.
I also did one called Blue Flag, comma probably, which I thought was good. A lot of blue teams in that, and also just because there's also a lot of people on that need a blue flag. Like, hey, people are gonna pass you. You need to get over. And then my last one is it's titled Personality Hire, and it's got some good people in it. Like
I'm not logged in. I
it's
can't
got
remember the
Bottas.
second. I did Live, Laugh, Love, Delusion, and then I did Enemies of the FIA. What was my other one? I don't know if you can see them.
I can tell you, Enemies of the FIA, Live, Laugh, Love, Delusional, and Revenge, Oscar's version.
Ah, yeah, I think I've got him as like the main driver, and then I think I just kind of picked whoever I could afford.
The thing with F1 fantasy, and it's so different. Sorry, it's so different from like ESPN football fantasy.
Yeah.
And like you get a budget and it's so weird and you can never make a decent team with it.
No.
But here we are. And Sydney is the reigning champion from last year. So I
Am
don't
I?
need to. Yeah, you won last year. Didn't you? Pretty sure you did.
I think you. I kind of forgot, to be so
You
frank.
did. You won. And then I won our fantasy football one, so I'm still riding
Yes.
the high from that one.
Yeah, my team shat the bed in the playoffs, but it's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, what's funny about F1 Fantasy is we all make these teams, we check them the first 2 weeks, or at least this is what I did last season. We made the teams, I checked in on them the first like 2 or 3 races. When I tell you I did not open F1 Fantasy a single time after that, I did not touch it. Evidently, I just made a team that did.
Let me read you a text that I got today. And this is from my friend Mason. Mason, if you're listening, hi. I sent him the link because he always joins our Formula One fantasy every year. And he said, word for word, girl, love you down, but you know I've fumbled keeping up with this the last season when I joined. And I'm like, I said, literally no one ever keeps up with it after week 3. I swear. Like, I was
No,
like, I swear, please just join.
you can quote me on this. I somehow won and I did not touch it after week 3 at a minimum.
No, seriously, like that's how it works. And Parker's Aunt Debbie, who won 2 years ago, I might add. However, I will say she was updating it weekly. She was
Mm.
invested. I sent it to her. She goes, is this the first race weekend? Or is the first race this weekend? I said, yes, it is. And she said, okay, it's going to be interesting. So I hope Debbie joins. That would be fun.
It's
I love Aunt Debbie.
so funny.
But I mean, yeah, I have one wild card prediction. I might have kind of mentioned it before. But my under my predictions, I went through like Charles's year, Oscar's villain era, Isaac surprisingly good in the second RB or Red Bull, sorry, not RB. But wild card, Flavio or Lawrence get arrested. Sorry, Lance. And you know what? I
It's
would
gonna
love
be
to
like
see it.
the guy that when they were when Alpine was Force India, and he literally couldn't go to any of the races or he was gonna get deported.
No, literally. Oh my god.
That's what
Ah!
this feels like.
I hope
It's
Flavio gets arrested just for, well, one, because of horrible crimes, and two, as Jack doing like vengeance. That in the
honestly,
they talked about it in Drive to Survive. Like there were armed men that showed up, and they were saying like he got so many death threats, and that they were gonna like literally rip him limb from limb.
which
And
like
I'm like,
that's insane.
ooh,
That's
hey,
insane.
that's insane to say to anyone, let alone like a 20-year-old in their first
Being
F1.
reminded of Kimmy being a child was so funny. I forgot that his ass was in school last year.
Dude, literally the first scene was they're like talking about Kimmy's like our new guy, he's coming in all hot, and then like
It's
it
him
cuts
at
to him
school.
walking to his car in his backpack, and he's like he can't even drive home from school. His mom has to pick
This
him up.
man drives Formula One cars for a living. Didn't he does now? Didn't have a driver's license and has to like ride with his mom to school.
It's so
This man is
funny.
making millions of dollars.
Oh, I love him so much. I love
It's
all of them.
I do love Kimmy
I
Antonelli.
love the sport.
I do too. As much emotional turmoil as it puts us through, I would not have it any other way. I joke that sometimes I wish I wasn't as emotionally invested into sports as I am. I it's so fun, even when I hate it. It's so fun.
It's so
Like
fun. I mean, it's why we're here. It gives us a reason to live, and also a reason to hate ourselves when Ferrari DNFs. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
well, I
But you
think
know
it's going
what?
to be
We're
a very
here.
exciting.
We're back.
We're back,
F1's back.
baby.
Get to hear us yap 20 some odd times during the year.
Oh, I can't wait. No, I literally right before we started this, I wanted to scream and I referenced Pink Panthers when she was at the Grammys or whatever, and they're like, "You look like $1 million," and she goes, "Ah!"
That's
I kind
basically
of
how I
nailed
feel
that.
right now.
I kind of
That's
nailed that.
basically how we feel. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were gonna. No, I'm just pumped. All of the emotions. If you've been with us since the beginning, thanks. We're glad you're here again and that you're not sick and tired of us yet. If you're new here, thanks. We're really glad you're here. There will be more Formula One speak and more of these. This one's always interesting because it's like it's a mix of like, hey, what we've been up to. Like we haven't been in constant communication over the
Yeah.
break.
I
Also
mean,
Drive
me,
to
me and
Survive.
her have.
Also these random things. It's just we're here, we're having fun. Um, and Australia's this week.
Yeah. Oh, and if anybody wants to join our F1 Fantasy League, it's called Formula Fun. So let me know. Happy to send the link. And
Because we
Australia, and
have
it's on a Saturday
Formula
night.
Fun.
It's on a Saturday night. Me and Parker will be at home, and I'll probably have a couple drinky poos, and then it'll be fun. And I can wake up the next morning all hungover and either really happy or really sad about the way that the night went, and we'll find out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great time. And then we'll catch you guys next Monday. Um, Back to our normal scheduled program. We've missed you guys. We probably could have
Yes,
filmed more of
no.
these, but like we said, we were busy. We took
We're
ourselves a nice
busy.
winter break, and we're back now.
We're back. I'm
We're
Hannah.
back. We're back, baby.
We're back. We're back. Well, I'm Hannah,
And I'm Sydney.
and it's lights out.
Away we go. We'll see
Bye.
y'all next week.
Ba da 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 da.